Could you imagine living in a world with no sun? The only source of light you have are light bulbs strung across the streets in your city. But the lights, they're failing. The power that is going to the lights is failing. They're facing pitch black conditions for minutes at a time, making it impossible to see an inch in front of you. And that's how the people in the book, The City of Ember, are living. The City of Ember is by Jean Duprow, and the book begins with like instructions, and it's like a post-apocalyptic setting. So the builders of the city kind of knew that the apocalypse was coming, so they rounded up all these people to come into the city that they made, and these people weren't allowed to leave the city, or they didn't know how to leave the city, and the builders wanted them to stay for 200 years. So they stocked up this underground city with all the essentials that they would need for 200 years. And there was a generator for the power. The generator was powered by this underground river, which I'm kind of thinking is like a aquifer of some sort. I don't really know. It's kind of confusing. And so they put the instructions in a box, and they were supposed to be passed down from mayor to mayor over the next 200 years. And on the 200th year, the box was supposed to open because it was like a timed lock. But before that could happen, one of the mayors stole the box because he thought it held like the secrets to like curing his illness and such, and he couldn't get it open, but he died before he could put the box back and tell the next mayor about the box. So that's pretty much the background of the story, like pretty much before it starts. And so there's two main characters, Lena Mayfleet and Dune Harrow. And they're 12-year-old kids that are just starting their life. At 12, you get assigned a job, and you have to work that job for the next 2 years or 3 years. And then, like, if you're not good at it, you can possibly be, like, reassigned or things like that. You don't really get to choose your job. They just give it to you. And Lena becomes a messenger. Since there's no telephones or email or really anything in the underground city, they need like someone to bring messages back and forth. So Lena runs around the city delivering messages. And Dune is a pipes worker. So he works underground, deeper underground, like making sure all of the pipes that carry the water are staying together and not breaking. And their generator's also down there, the generator that makes the lights go. And Dune was upset the whole story because he knew something was wrong with his society and something needed to be done, but they didn't have any answers. And then Lena finds this old box while her grandma was digging through a closet, because her grandma kept saying, something's lost and we need to find it, something's lost and we need to find it. So in this box there was a paper with the instructions, but Lena's little sister Poppy chewed them all up before Lena could even read them. So Lena kind of just like taped back all of the papers to see if they can decipher it. And then she shows Dune, and her and Dune are spending like all this time trying to find out what these words mean. And then they find out that they're instructions for the way out. And pretty much they're just kind of trying to find the way out throughout the whole book. So I guess I would just say, do they find their way out before it's too late? Before the town loses the power? Before they run out of food? And will the people of Ember believe them? Will they follow them if they decipher all the words and the instructions? And there's also a sequel to this book. So it's called The People of Spark. And you'll just have to read to find out the ending.